Hello beautiful people, I'm Mystic the Shapeshifter, my pronouns are they, them, and welcome to another video. Today I'm doing a deck review of the second deck that I ever got, the HIGHVIBE Art Oracle Cards by Sheina Hemstreet. This is a very unique deck in my collection so far, for a couple different reasons. Firstly, because Sheina is actually a family friend, and I really admire her work and the journey she's been through, and I've learned a lot from her, and I hope to continue to learn a lot from her. And even this deck has taught me a lot in itself, and so it's really quite special to me, despite the second thing being that the concept and sort of style of this deck is kind of outside my usual style and concepts that I work with, but it's just a really incredible and really well done deck. The art is amazing, and so you'll see, but really, despite those things, I really enjoy working with this deck, and it's one of the main decks that I reach for when I do readings for myself and other people, and so I am very excited to show you this deck. Once again, these are the HIGHVIBE Art Oracle cards, and this is the deck box. Here's the back. The image here is actually one of the cards, and it's a magnetic flip box. It's very nice quality. It's very simple, sturdy, and convenient with the little flip. On the back, we get a little bit about the deck and what the cards are. It has 30 cards in it, 7 energy cards, 11 inquiry cards, 11 action cards, and the HIGHVIBE portal card, which is pictured here. And then, yes, by Sheina Hemstreet. So let's get into the deck. The concept of this deck is, you know, the art oracle cards, but high vibe and energies and raising your vibration. And so what I was saying earlier is that that's sort of concept is kind of not really my practice. Like, what's the way to say it? I'm babbling a little bit, but that's okay. I guess I could say I don't really vibe with the high vibe concept, like raising your vibrations and all that sort of stuff. It's just not really my thing. Like, I work with energy and all of that, but I mean, I usually call it energy. I don't really use the terms like vibrations and all that stuff, but regardless of that, this is a really awesome deck, and you don't necessarily need to vibe with the vibes to use this deck. And there are, and also, yeah, the energy cards. I'll explain. It's fine. So, when you open the deck and the box, we have these cards at the beginning, which are basically the guidebook. So it shows the creator, Sheina, a little picture of her, and then on the back, it has a little guide here. Feel free to read that. I won't read all of it for you. It tells you to clear and bless the deck before you start using it. And it also instructs you this little activity where you get one card at first, and that will tell you something to consider every time you use the deck, which is pretty cool. It has some example spreads here. And then it tells you about the different categories of cards, the energy cards, the action cards, the inquiry cards, and the HIGHVIBE portal card. So I'll show you quickly. Here's the HIGHVIBE portal card. It's number 1. I'll go into some of these technical bits in a little bit, but bear with me. It's fine. And then there's the energy cards here, which are based on the chakras or energy centers. I call them energy centers just to be respectful of the original culture of the chakras and everything. These are the westernized chakras, and so I call them energy centers. The concept of energy centers in this way I don't really use in my practice, but the way these cards are made, it's not really necessary to work with the actual energy centers to gain really awesome meanings from these cards. So what I was wanting to show is that the different borders, the energy cards and the High Vibe Portal have this sort of border, and then the action cards have the white line border, and then the inquiry cards have the black line border on them. So that makes it easy to differentiate between them. I'm going to continue with this here. So yeah, it tells you about these different cards, and then it has a list of the cards and just a little sentence blurb for each of the meanings, and there are 30 cards. Alright, so I'll talk a little bit about the quality of the cards themselves now. So the cardstock, I'm gonna be totally honest, this is like the first print of it, and it's just completely independent. She used a local printer, I believe, and so the cardstock is pretty flimsy. It's quite papery. It kind of feels like just like craft cardstock that you might buy for a project or something, which is fine. Like, the cards work well, they shuffle well, but they are a little bit delicate. They might wear at the edges and that sort of thing. I believe Sheina is hoping to do another print sometime and increase the quality of the cards and change some things. So if you are interested in getting the deck, you could potentially wait for that, ask her about it, that sort of thing, because the cards are admittedly a little bit low quality, but still really, really amazing cards and really amazing deck. You can also see the numbers at the bottom of the card can be a little bit hard to see on some of the cards because of the lack of contrast, which can be a little weird when you're first using the deck and getting used to it, but as you get to know the deck, you just remember what number is which, and it's not that hard actually to remember what the number is for all of them. And it's only an issue on a few cards, it's not a big problem, so. And that is one of the things that I believe she wants to fix up when she reprints. Also, another little quirk, let's say, is the cutting of some of the cards was uneven. There was one card in particular, I think it was this card, that one edge especially stuck out. I think it's this edge. And so when I got the deck, she warned me about it and said how the edge sticking out might cause the card to pop out more while shuffling, and recommended trimming it, and so I did that. I trimmed it, and it seems to be totally fine after I've trimmed it. So be aware that some of the edges are uneven. Again, probably something that will be fixed in another print. That's, I believe, all of the things I wanted to mention with that. And so now I will do a little flip through of the deck so that you can see all of the different cards in their glory. And then I'll talk a bit more about the deck and how I use it, the experiences I've had with it, and all of that. So first, we have the High Vibe Portal card. Number 2, the Crown Energy Center card. Number 3, the Third Eye. Number 4, the Throat. Number 5, the Heart. Number 6, the Solar Plexus. Number 7, the Sacral. Number 8, the Root. And then we move into the action cards with number 9, Let Go. Number 10, Boundaries. Number 11, Retreat, Recharge, Rejoice. Number 12, Source. Number 13, Connect. Number 14, Align. Number 15, Bloom. Number 16, Gratitude. Number 17, Grounding and Balance. Number 18, Flourish. Number 19, the Ones. And now the Inquiry cards. Number 20, What Do Your Eyes Behold? Number 21, Stoke/Smother. 22, Everything is Temporary. 23, the trigger card. Number 24, flow. Number 25, signs. Number 26, hashtag I made that. Number 27, the pressure card. Number 28, awareness. Number 29, let it be. Number 30, and so it is. Okay, so I could honestly just rave about the artwork and the cards and their meanings and go into so much detail into every single one and how much I love them, but then this video would be very, very long. So I'll try to give an overview. All of this artwork, I believe she created in meditation, with bringing in her intuition to allow these incredibly deep and meaningful images to come through, and they really, really have. I mean, there is so much detail in all of the images. They're really, really beautiful, and you can really get so many different meanings from the cards, and they can become so personal. I especially love how they have the words on them, the keywords, the sentences, questions. It really is great for prompting your intuition. Oh, hold on. One card especially that is great for this, this card. I love this card, the signs card, because the more you look at it, there is so much more little stuff. Like, there's yes here, and then there's 111, and this is your sign, knowing, really, like, there's just so much hidden in every card, and it's just fantastic for tapping into your intuition and really just digging deep with even just one card. It's really, really amazing. I absolutely love all of these cards so much. As I said, like, this deck is one of the main ones I'll reach for doing readings, because it's just, there's just something about it that is really, really connective and really reaches in and grabs your soul and pulls out your intuition. It's really incredible. I honestly, I don't know if I'll ever be able to find a deck that compares to it, because there's just something about it that is so unique and incredible. And I mean, I'm just raving about the deck because it's amazing, and I don't know what else I have to say. I mean, obviously there's like the matter of the quality of the cards, but it is just so insignificant when you use the deck and get to know all of the cards and the depth and beauty in them, the wisdom in them, and it's just something else. I really will use this deck in almost any reading paired with any deck, because it's just my everything deck. Yeah. I think my two favorite ways to use it are by shuffling and drawing a random card, or even multiple cards, almost having a conversation with the deck, to check in with myself, ask about a specific issue, or really just any sort of wisdom or guidance that my intuition wants to give me. Usually I'll wait for a card to fall out like that, let it be. And the second way, I'll use it to get more details and more in-depth guidance from a tarot reading that I've done. I'll maybe get like a spread of tarot cards that tells me what the reading is sort of about, and then I'll get these cards for more details and advice and guidance just on the issue that the tarot cards brought up. I find that personally the best way to use it, but these cards could also be used for meditation, daily check-ins, really just, I think this is a very versatile deck, and can be used in any way that someone would prefer to use it, and I think that was the intention with creating this deck. It's supposed to be very versatile and a tool for your for developing your intuition in any way that is best for you. Even in the little guide here, it says your interpretation of each card and how they are revealed is uniquely yours. When reading for others, encourage them to speak on behalf of what is shown. And I think that's really incredible because the symbolism and the images are so detailed and they have so much depth to them. Different people will see completely different things in them. And so the reader, of course, can have their interpretation of the image and all of that, but it brings a whole new depth to the reading when you can say to the person you're reading for, what do you see in this card? What do you see in this artwork? How does it make you feel? And that can really fill in any of those little gaps and just tie everything together in a reading in a really wonderful way. So yeah, I should probably stop going on and on and on about how amazing this deck is. I'm sure those of you who resonate with this deck have already made that connection with it, and you don't need me to keep going on about it, so I'll leave it there. Sheina Hemstreet is on social media. She has a website as well, Sheina Hemstreet. I think the website is... oh yeah, it's right at the bottom here, SheinaHemstreet.com. And also her social media. On Instagram, she's actually changed her username to the HIGHVIBE Guide. Then Facebook, High Vibes by Sheina. I don't know if she's changed that. And apparently a YouTube channel as well. If you want to get this deck, you can reach out to her on any of those platforms and inquire about it. Or even just follow for her art in general. She has a bunch of other divination services and art oracle services. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed going through this deck with me. And if you're interested, definitely consider getting one for yourself because it is an incredible deck to have in your practice. I am super in love with it, as you can tell from my gushing in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and check me out on social media as well. I am on Instagram, and I have an Instagram and Facebook for the creation of my own oracle deck, the Mystic Self-Care Oracle deck. Please consider subscribing for more videos, more pick-a-pile videos, and more deck reviews in the future. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.